On an exhale, start walking the hands towards the left side of the mat for a gentle side stretch.
You'll do yoga.
Drawing the breath into the right side body, expanding the right rib
This is my sanctuary.
Hello, I'm Charlotte and this is Books and Bargains. The eagle-eyed among you will have noticed that this is not my usual filming setup. You do not have the beautiful aesthetics of the bookshelf. Instead, you're joining me on my yoga mat in my messy kitchen first thing on a Sunday morning. I wasn't going to intro this video, I was just going to go straight into it and let the vlog do the talking, but I've been having a bit of an internal monologue and battle over the last few days, so I thought I would just speak to you for a few minutes before we go into the vlog. I wasn't sure if I wanted to upload this. I'm very much a perfectionist with things, and I had set myself the challenge to do 30 days of yoga, and spoiler alert, I didn't do yoga every day in this 30 days. However, I need to stop beating myself up about things like that. My chronic illnesses are unpredictable, and during this month I've had some very heavy CBT sessions and an endoscopy, and just I still wanted to put this video out there because I think it's really important to show yoga and imperfect yoga. The yoga space online, if you type in yoga onto YouTube, you will get hundreds of thousands of results, and the majority of them are thin, white, able-bodied women who will present yoga obviously for the aesthetics of the internet, but in a studio, completely free of clutter, in perfect matching like crop top and shorts or whatever. And while these people are great, because I have been watching them to do these videos, they sometimes don't, they lack the kind of nuance. There is a brilliant, she's not a YouTuber, she's a yoga teacher called Jessamine Stanley, and I'm currently reading her book Everybody Yoga. And through her and other people that I've been following on Instagram, I realised that yoga's for everybody. There are modifications, there are chair yoga, there is breathing. So a lot of yoga is pretty accessible when we get over this notion that the wellness industry has created of a yoga body. I'm really nervous to post this up. Can you tell that I'm stalling here? But when I was watching back the clips, there are certain poses and angles that I almost cut out because okay, I'm really trying to be PC here, but there are angles and things that I wanted to cut out because my stomach looks huge. There is no two ways about it. I have gained weight recently after a period of not being able to eat very much and losing weight quite rapidly. Now that my stomach issues seem to be in a good place, I have gained weight. And despite being part of the body positivity community, I find that hard because there is so much societal pressure on women to be thin and well groomed and presentable all the time. So I've left those clips in. Any negative comments about my body will be deleted because there is just no need. I will leave links below to all the yogis that I have been watching. I will also leave below the yoga mat that I'm using because I bought this from Amazon and it's a thick padded yoga mat, and I have found with my chronic joint pain it's much, much easier to have a padded mat. Yeah, so let's go into my yoga journey. So I don't think I'm going to intro all of these, but my hair is doing its own thing right now. So I'm just about to start this 30 days of yoga. I don't know if you can see, it's yoga with bird. I'll link the playlist below. And this is restorative yoga. So as you know, I've been having a bit of a rough time, understatement of the century, with my chronic illnesses, and I don't have much energy, but I'm going to commit to doing 30 days of this restorative yoga and seeing how I get on. I've had requests from a couple of fellow spoonies to talk about this kind of thing. So obviously I have a multitude of chronic illnesses, and while I don't for one second think that yoga is a magic cure for these, and I don't expect it to cure any of these things, I just want to see if it will help. So I'm currently, my kind of current issues that are really bothering me is I'm having a lot of digestive issues. I'm feeling like food is getting stuck, and I am waiting for an endoscopy for that. I am struggling with fatigue and all over muscle and joint pain, and I am struggling mentally with my anxiety. So if yoga could even provide like a 5% reduction on those symptoms, I would be all for it. But I'm going to film every day during this and keep you updated on how I'm doing. I am just on a yoga mat on my bedroom floor. As you can see, there is lots of disorder and chaos behind me. So I'm just going to put the iPad down here and get started. So I just got halfway through that and I was holding my leg up like, this is taking far longer than it's supposed to. The bloody thing's buffering and it stopped working. So I've done half of today's yoga, but I'm still taking it as a win. I just remembered that when I was filming my yoga video last night, my phone cut out of battery and I didn't charge it up till now. But I just wanted to fill you in that I today did the yoga with bird 30-minute hip stretch one, and I'm really loving how bird goes through things and says like, if this is enough for a stretch for you, stay here, or etc, etc. And I had a little bit of a breakthrough on the mat today and I started crying because I was thinking about how whenever I've tried to do yoga before, I've either done it in a class or online, and I've kind of gone, well, if I can't do everything that person's doing, it's not worth me doing yoga, and if I can't get into that pose, it's not worth me doing yoga. But I have started following a lot of fat yoga teachers and fat yogis on Instagram. I'll leave some of their links below. And they do a lot of work talking about like modifications. So for example, I've obviously got a belly. And I've had a lot of abdominal surgery. So some of the poses, like today, child's pose, didn't feel comfortable on my stomach. And before this challenge, I would have just given up and gone, well, can't do this, and really beat myself up about it. But today I just moved the movement slightly, and yeah, I still got a lot out of it. So that's day 5 done, and we'll carry on. You can tell how much of a yogi I am not because you need a yoga block for this video. And I have one that I bought from Tiger maybe 4 years ago, and it's still in the packaging. So gonna get that out before I do anything. So I really don't feel like doing yoga today. I had my COVID jab this morning and I had a CBT appointment this afternoon, and my head is absolutely banging. So I'm gonna do a yoga with bird 5-minute standing yoga. And it's quite weird because now that I think this is day 9 or 10, it just feels like not an option to not stretch my body. So let's go for it. I don't know if you can tell from the clip, but Ernie has just been meowing, attacking my feet, and just won't leave me alone. So probably not the best space to do yoga in my house. So, in the interest of always being honest with you, it is now the 4th of March. I look a complete mess. Haven't washed my hair in over a week now. I have had a bit of a struggle of a week. I got a phone call on Tuesday. I'm losing track of my dates. I got a phone call one day anyway to go in for my endoscopy the next day. I was sedated and the rest of that day was a complete write-off. And my pain levels are still silly high. Just spoken to my GP, we're going to try some new pain relief. Anyway, as far as the yoga challenge has gone, it has been the furthest thing from my mind the past few days. I'm in a lot of pain in this arm today. Had my CBT yesterday afternoon, which always leaves me feeling a bit all over the place. So I think I've already said, I'm on the kitchen floor with my yoga mat, and I'm gonna try and do maybe half an hour of yoga. I'm gonna try and do something really relaxed and chilled, and just to try and connect with my body again. So yeah. So I've done about 10 minutes and it's just not working for me today. Everything is hurting. And there's no shame in that. I think that's what we need to get into the fitness space, is that we all have different abilities. And I think I grew up on a kind of Gillian Michaels mentality. And I think one of her famous things is, unless you puke, faint or die, keep going. And it's like, no. Exercise is meant to feel good. We're meant to feel good doing it. So right now it doesn't feel good. So I'm not going to do it. Okay, so slight change of tack. I have just found a girl called Yoga with Joelle, who has got a 10-minute stretching and 10-minute stretching and strengthening sequence for fibromyalgia, chronic pain and chronic fatigue syndrome. So I'm going to try that one. So after 30 days trying yoga, what have I learned? I have learned that I really do enjoy yoga. I've also learned that my cats don't like me being in the kitchen when they're not in here. I have learned that my body might not be able to do exactly what other people are doing, and about a 10 to 15 minute yoga session at the moment is the maximum that I can do, but that's fine. I've learned that the more that I do yoga, the more my body seems to crave it. You will have seen in the video that when I did multiple days of yoga, I got to a point where my body like wanted it the next day. I found that depending on the time of day that I'm doing yoga, I really enjoyed finding morning yogas to give me energy and nighttime yogas to kind of wind down, especially when my brain was going 10 to the dozen. I found that it's okay not to do it every day. Like, I have to stop putting pressure on myself to have a set list of things that I'm going to do because my body's unpredictable. I do want to carry on doing yoga. Again, I'm not going to put a quantitative amount on it, but we'll just see how it goes. If you enjoyed this, please do let me know below. And if there's any other exercises you'd like me to try with a chronic illness, I will happily do that for you. I really don't know what else to say here. I feel really vulnerable putting this video up as it is. So I'm just going to not think about it too much. I'm going to go and edit this and get it uploaded for you tonight. So until next time, look after yourselves. Bye.